You can't copyright that.
Right.
So, but I like that Jack though. Young Jack Thriller. Boom. Then I moved to New York 3 months later. And now I'm Young Jack Thriller in New York. And the shit pop off 4 months later in the 2010. And I'm with 50 Cent.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you got hooked up with 50 Cent and started on This Is 50.
So I'm August 6, 09, I moved to New York. And I'm out in Times Square, and I'm already looking for 50 anyway because I just seen him on a couple of months prior on Tavis Smiley talking about he started a new company called Cheetah Vision, and he was looking for comedians, writers, and directors and whatnot. And my uncle was like, man, you need to go up to New York and find 50. So fast forward, when I get to New York, I'm walking around in Times Square. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna find this nigga up here. And like, what the fuck is 50? Hey, where do you even look first to find a nigga like this? I meet this guy, Chris Alvarez and Ali Allen. And they were up and coming film directors and editors. Mm-hmm. And they were like, they made me a proposition. Let us shoot some sketches for you, and you put your name on it and whatnot. And I mean, we let us put our name on it to get the credit on it. We ain't gonna charge you and whatnot. This is a great exchange to me. They know me from all the videos that I've done from YouTube and stuff with Lil Duval. I'm already a YouTube sensation at this time. This is before all this shit that y'all see. YouTube, it ain't no Twitter. Hold on, Twitter does exist, but it ain't no Instagram or none of that shit. You feel me? And fast forward to August 20th, our first sketch drops. It's me interviewing Michael Vick. A fake interview with me interviewing Michael Vick after he just got out of jail goes viral. Okay. One of the sites pick it up is thisis50.com, Vlad TV, everything that's hip hop that everybody picked that shit up. And I was like, oh shit, this is 50. That's 50. Oh shit. Okay. So this is what I need to be doing. I need to be shooting sketches and shit. Now I shot sketches for the next 4 months. 2010, January, 50 reaches out to me on fucking Vlad TV and World Star. At the same time, wanted me to be personalities on their platform. Right. And I went with 50 because that's what I came to do. You know, and it happened in 4 months. I go up, I meet 50, Tony Hill there, fucking Lloyd Banks. I'm like, this shit really happening?
Yeah.
So everything that I had ever learned from Lil Duval and my Atlanta come up, when I came to New York, nigga, I was prepared. And I was street smart too and whatnot. So I already knew how to move around this motherfucker without motherfuckers trying me. And then I was visibly vicious too. And I ain't take no shit. And so, you know, it was, like I said, easy to move around. And I was the only person that looked like me. Yeah. So it was easy not to blend in. You did?
Word.
Cause see, that's a thing too. If you like everybody else, you gonna be like everybody else. Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, sir.
Did. And so you know, 50 makes me the G Unit comedian. He puts me on G Unit radio. And start doing interviews. Start doing these interviews, these comedic interviews and shit that took over the world to change the style of the way motherfuckers interview motherfuckers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. At the time, it was just me and Charlemagne, just me and Charlemagne doing shit. That folk, he was on the Breakfast Club. You did.
Mm-hmm.
And so you know that's how that had taken off. I'm trying to see did I answer your question?
Yeah. Now, you're off of This Is 50 now. So what happened to where, you know, you kind of split and went your own personal way?
Like I said, I stayed there too long.
Okay.
I stayed there too long. And, you know, I stunted my own growth because I got too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to leave actually back in 2013 when I got on GGN with Snoop Dogg. And Snoop Dogg made me my own JackThriller.com song. For my shit, he created that for me, and I was waiting on something to happen with me and 50 to take me to another level, and I was more loyal to that situation than I was to myself. You did?
Yeah.
You know, everything. I just stayed too long. You got to learn how to go into some shit and get what you need and then move on so you can come back to that situation and add even more. And I end up just capping my elevation because the game started getting oversaturated. I want to say this back probably about 2016. That's when I was in limbo and started doing things that were out of character, like getting married and all that old dumb shit. And getting with stupid bitches because you looking for something to make your life make sense. You feel me? Because the work part of it wasn't happening. I'd already did 5 seasons of Wild 'N Out. You know what I'm saying? So, I was looking for something else to like, and it didn't do what I needed it to do because it was time for me to have jackthriller.com and then take my ass to LA and go audition for some movies and get me an agent. I ain't do that. I was still waiting because 50 had some shit popping off with the Power and all this other stuff. And I was waiting to be on that. And I was waiting to be on this. And, when you're sitting on the bench, and then everybody, all these new niggas keep coming out with new energy and shit, and everybody viral in a motherfucker, you become the old nigga real quick. And you start getting obsolete because your thoughts getting obsolete and you're not innovating anymore. You feel me? And so, I stopped adding value to the This Is 50 situation. And in turn, stop adding value to myself.
Powerful. You said that the game was getting watered down. What game? The media game?
Media game, comedy, all that shit. Yeah. That shit just took a turn for the worse because everybody was doing it.
Yeah,
everybody was doing it when he was standing out no more. And then the level of entertainment and the standards started dropping. It started dropping and dropping. I was seeing people doing the worst impressions of what they saw that I was doing, and that popped off. Yeah, and whatnot. And from the interviews to the fucking sketches, and it just got out of control. And it just got out of control. And I didn't even know where the fuck I fit into it. And I just stopped fighting. I stopped fighting and stopped being hungry. You feel me?
Yeah.
I was just fucking hoes all the time and shit. And that's what I would put my energy into, is just getting my dick sucked. My goal was at least 3 times a day from 3 different people that were females.
Yeah.
You got to add that.
Put that shit in there. Right?
You just can't say people no more because people could be 1 or 2.
Now, being around such a polarizing great businessman like 50 Cent, what was like the best thing you learned or the best advice you had being around 50?
Perception is reality, and don't ever do business with people that don't respect you. And another thing is, he said, when you're going into business meetings and whatnot, make sure you dressed all the way up. And when you have someone, a manager or agents and shit talking for you, make sure you're in the room. Make sure you in the room and you hear everything going on. That's how you always hear them stories where motherfuckers be like their manager fucking them over and shit because they wasn't in the room when the deal was being made. They're like, lady, don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna get you the best deal ever. Woo-hoo! Trust me, baby. We're going to the top. You did. So things like that. When I'm listening to all this information and taking it all in, I'm still doing street shit, still doing street business, taking money and whatnot, and just to get to send my cash apps and all this. I ain't doing no contracts with nobody, so people can fire me anytime they want to. But I also did that shit so I could walk away anytime I want to too. So I ain't want to be contractually binded to nobody, and that ain't when you start to get growner and older, and then you start having the people depending on you and you taking care of motherfuckers. That shit don't fly because ain't nothing permanent. Nothing permanent. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so you got to make sure your paperwork right and learn as much business as you can and whatnot. Because I would get money in lump sums of money, and I thought I was good. Like I get a little 10, 15,000 here, 5,000 there, or 3,500 here, and that was cool for me. But it was so much more money that was out there for me that I ain't go fuck with because I ain't know nothing about it, and I was set inside my ways. I was up being an old dog. You feel me?
Yeah. You brought up 50.